Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi, Jackie Roll.
I'm Dunlap.
Yep.
Welcome to the Red State Update podcast.
Another year.
Another year gone.
Yep.
Christmas is over.
That makes 2 years of doing this.
Nope.
No?
1 year and a month.
Oh.
Month and
It's just a new year in general, not... We just did our anniversary not too long ago. I can't keep up with it.
No, it's 1 year, a little over a year.
All right.
I know what it feels like to our listeners,
Yeah.
which is a couple of decades. We're coming up on like Carson versus Arsenio and what it feels like
Arsenio.
for somebody listening to us. But in reality, it's only been a year. A fun year.
Yeah.
Fun. Christmas, come and gone. Jackie, did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
I didn't want nothing. I just wanted peace, quiet, and that's what I got, yeah.
So you didn't get a damn thing.
Well, neighbors, they took them boys out of town with some relatives, so they weren't all getting their BB guns, slingshot, everything else out. I ain't going to say the name. I got in trouble for saying the name last time. I ain't going to do it. But they took that old family out of town, and I didn't have to deal with none of that. So peace and quiet, yeah, got what I wanted.
You not going to mention the present I got you?
What?
You not even going to mention? You saw what I left on your porch, didn't you?
What? You didn't leave nothing on my porch? What are you talking about?
The chili?
Chili?
And a box of saltines?
There was a bowl of chili out there like some homeless man left a can of chili with a spoon in it and crackers. I went around the house 4 or 5 times. Make sure there wasn't nobody out there.
I opened it for you. I couldn't remember if you're the
Well,
old person.
Open food on someone's porch. It's shit out there 2 days for assault.
I thought your arthritis was so bad you can't open cans. But
That ain't no kind of present. Put an open can of chili with a spoon in it. I thought I had hobos everywhere.
Well, last year I got you that dog, and you did not appreciate that. So this year, I have some chili and crackers.
The birds had eaten half. It wasn't nothing but crumbs laying there.
The can of chili was a new can that I opened for you. I took the time to open it for you so that you didn't have to. I couldn't remember if your bones cracked too loud.
A dog or something got it because it was all rolled over on its side and it all dried up, spilled all over. Don't leave open containers of food outside. The animals, everything else get into it. I could have swore I had a bunch of hobos living on the porch underneath the house, whatever. I didn't know. That's ignorant.
You are ungrateful.
I ain't.
Who would call somebody
I'm going to start
ignorant?
taking a bite out because I don't know how much of the chili was there, whether you ate it, dog ate it, whatever. But it's just somebody throwing trash out in your lawn. Half eaten, so I take a bite out of a cheeseburger, just throw it on the... that ain't no kind of present.
A lot of elderly people would be thankful, Jackie, for a cheeseburger with a bite out of it because they're living on fixed incomes.
Well...
And they just eat around the bite. But, I
don't,
guess...
Even in that case, you say you want a bite of this, you want some of this, you just don't go throw it on somebody's porch.
Look, I know people, the economy, Obama, for God's sake, things are tough right now.
Well, yeah.
And I want to help old people like yourself, the old and infirm.
You ain't helping nobody by putting half-eaten food on the porch. That's just leaving garbage out on someone's porch.
But I ain't got the time to say, you want a bite of this? What can I get for you? Let me put this in a Tupperware thing so that a dog don't get in it. I mean, at some point, you got to bootstrap yourself, Jackie. You got to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. You can't sit around for the nanny state to to do everything for you.
I don't want nobody to do nothing for me, especially leave half-eaten food on my porch.
I got you a thoughtful gift. I said, I know Jackie likes chili.
Don't say thoughtful. There's no thought in that. There is zero thought in a present like that. Nobody, you did not think you was probably eating it and dropped it on the porch. If you genuinely wanted to give me some chili or however you wanted to give it to me, which don't make no sense no how, you would have thought, well, maybe I should just leave it on the damn porch for animals and everything else to get into. You just leaving trash.
Two things.
No
First of all,
thought was put into that whatsoever. Don't sit there and say that.
Chili is not a ridiculous gift as you are implying. This would be a better world if everybody, instead of going out to Best Buy and camping out on Black Friday, just said, you know what I'm going to give the Millers? Some chili.
If you take someone a home-cooked meal, if you made chili, or if you went and got it from Sonic or wherever, I don't care. It don't make no damn difference.
That sounds good.
Well, you don't leave it. The point I'm trying to make, chili's fine. I ain't got a problem with chili. It just sounds like leave a can of chili on somebody's porch don't make a damn bit of sense.
Sure. Point two, it does,
all right, then
it does look as if I might have gotten drunk and was eating some chili and thought I was at my house but was actually at yours, passed out, woke up in the morning, a raccoon or something had gotten into the chili, eating it, and
it was
birds
out.
had pecked
I had to scrub it off a porch.
Now, that is not what happened, but I can see how circumstances might lead you to believe that's what happened. Third point, you sure put a lot of thought into the gift you give me, which was nothing. Thanks for that.
What do you mean nothing?
Merry Christmas.
What are you sitting there drinking right now? You ain't even paying me for that. You get a Christmas present every damn day. You sit down and you.
That's an everyday present. That ain't a Christmas present.
Oh hell! All right, you can have a whole six-pack. Well, hell, you drink more than that.
I can get a six-pack.
Take it with you.
You just told me I could get one.
All right, there.
So
That's it. That's the Christmas. What more do you want? Tell me that's a bad Christmas present. A cold six-pack come right out the freezer. Not a beer bit old, been in the back of my truck, Lord knows how long. I just threw it up on your porch. You probably drink it anyway.
Well, when we get done with this, I'll tell you what. Because you give me this six-pack, I'll run you up to Sonic and we'll get some chili.
Well, all right, now
I'll
there
buy
you go.
You some chili.
There you go.
Because that's how Christmas works. You give me something good, I know I got to get you something good.
Well, you sure didn't give me nothing good yet.
Well, we'll just wait till we get back from Sonic.
Now, I'll see and I believe it. When I'm eating that good chili, then we'll talk.
I'll drink you a six-pack and then we'll go.
Well, you ain't drinking another six-pack on the one. I'm driving.
You said I get another six-pack. I finished this one.
I said when you go, you can have another one. You'll sit there and drink more than a six-pack right now. When we do this, I don't.
Well, I got this
I take
six-pack.
a blind eye to it, and I'm like, all right. He ain't got nothing else in this world. That's all he's got to do. Let him do that. Just let it go slowly, however it's got to go.
Well, Granny gave me her credit card and said I could get whatever I wanted, and I got a new giant flat-screen TV.
A big TV.
Yeah.
Well,
it barely fit in her basement, but I got it down there, and now I watch it every night.
Well,
she said, how much did you spend? I said, well, you didn't tell me I had a limit. God, y'all need to get some Christmas spirit up in here, because everywhere I go, people just bitching me out for presents I give them, bitching me out for the presents I give myself.
I don't care what time of year it is, Christmas Eve or in the middle of March. It don't make any damn difference. I'm going to beat you out, as you say, if you throw garbage on my porch.
You know what? I ain't taking you to Sonic. You can go get your own chili.
Well, you can put that beer down right now. What are you drinking?
What if we go to Sonic, but we go Dutch Treat?
What? All right, you pay me for that six-pack I'm going to give you to take Sonic with you.
Folks, I could say right now, I'll pay you for this when we get done with this. He
All
will
right.
forget.
All right.
I work that to my advantage all the time. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you had a good one.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas.
Now it's New Year's.
Well, it's the end of this year. I tell you, the next one's just going to be worse. I don't know why I'm looking forward for this one being over with.
Did you ever think you'd live to see the futuristic year of 2014?
I have lived longer than I desired. I've seen a lot of stuff I wish I had never seen.
I know
living
the
to this
Civil
age.
War,
Hell.
the Industrial Revolution.
All right, yeah.
So much. The Great War, and then the Great War II, and then the Vietnam Great War and Korea.
I know about
Wasn't
all
so
of them,
great.
yeah, but I didn't live through all that. Good Lord. I remember Korea. I didn't go Korea or nothing like that. I
You
just
were
remember when it was.
Guarding a Jeep.
Yeah.
So 2014 is a bonus, folks. And I guess it's time to do our sponsors.
Yeah. Do my sponsor.
Jackie, would you like to do your sponsor
I just
first?
said I would. Good Lord.
Well, I didn't know. I was going to go into my sponsor.
Well, I'm doing mine because I just want to get it out the way.
One thing we should do, maybe we should start rehearsing this podcast. So we
I
know
ain't going
when
to sit down here any longer than it takes to do whatever the hell it is we're doing now. Hell no.
Go ahead and do your sponsor.
I'm my sponsor, and I don't want to hear a word from you. That's what I want for Christmas, all right? You don't got to get me no chili. Just see if you can keep your damn mouth shut while I do a sponsor. That'd be the best damn late Christmas present I ever got in my
Well,
damn
that's
life.
a deal, because I'll save that $3.
All right. Keep your mouth shut.
All right, I will.
Now, it's New Year's Eve coming up, and I tell you what, if I could stay up as late as I used to, I sure would be doing this, but it's just too late for me these days. I can't do it. But I seen it. He showed me one time in the back of the store all this. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me just tell you what we got going on. It's New Year's Eve, going to be a huge celebration. Ringing the New Year. We're all going to be out there ringing it in. I mean, I'll be in bed, but the rest of y'all be trying to ring it in, going to your bars, clubs, sitting at home, however you do it. But I tell you right now, ain't no better way to ring in the New Year than with Dr. Birdman. Now, he's going to be, it's going to start at like 11 o'clock. So do whatever you're going to do, and then make sure you're either down here at my store in the parking lot or Big Lots parking lot. He can't say till like the last minute, but, he'll be out here. Like I said, I'll be asleep. I won't know. Somebody will let you know. Just drive by both, and if you see him out there, you sure don't want to miss this. And you'll see something, I tell you what. So every New Year's Eve, Dr. Birdman gets a truck, and I've seen every kind of bird known to man he's had. Penguin, ostrich, all this stuff, but I ain't never seen nothing like the New Year's Eve bird. New Year's bird, yeah. He brings it out, opens the curtains on the cage, and this thing makes a sound. It's like right when you count down, like on Dick Clark, when the ball goes off steady, the New Year's bird just hollers, he squawks, whatever. Like I said, he showed me how this thing sounds out behind the store one time, and I never heard nothing like it. And in my life, I never seen a bird look like that. I don't know what it is. New Year's Eve bird. I said, where'd you get that bird? He said, you wouldn't believe if I told you. So I'm tell you what, you want to see a spectacle, a ring in a new year, and a new and exciting wave. It's Dr. Birdman's New Year's Eve bird. And it gets you count down from, not down to 1, 10 to 1. It takes him that while to get it riled up enough to make a sound that it makes. He just jabbing at whatever he does from behind the cage. But right when you hit 1, I seen Dick Clark's ball drop on the TV, and that ain't nothing compared to old New Year's Eve bird making that. You won't hear nothing like it. Yes, I ain't ever heard nothing like it. So, New Year's Eve, you ain't got plans, or you got plans, just won't sneak away and ring in the New Year's in an exciting way, original, something you never seen before. It'd be my parking lot or Big Lots parking lot. Dr. Birdman's going to have New Year's bird, New Year's Eve bird, and it's it's a hell of a way to bring it in. He hands out, what do you call those things? You blow into it, noise maker. Everybody's got that, and you blow in it, it sounds just like that bird. He somehow fixed those. So it's just the last few times he done it, police come out of everything else. They didn't know what it was. I think he announced local law enforcement know or don't know. I'm not sure how that works, whether he's going to be here at Big Lots. They'll be at one of them two places, and he'll probably be at the other. So New Year's Eve, Dr. Birdman, ring in the New Year. You have a good time.
What kind of bird is it?
I told New Year's Eve bird. New Year's bird.
He calls it a New Year's Eve bird.
That's what he said it was. Said, Jackie, wait till you get a look at this thing.
Of unidentifiable breed.
I don't know what it was. It's not as big as an ostrich, but it ain't like penguin size either. Somewhere in the middle of that.
What color is it?
Blue, like black, light
sort of
blue,
aqua?
like sky blue. I never seen nothing
It
like
doesn't
it.
make any sense, Jack. Do you think probably what he did, like when Ringling Brothers had that unicorn and they just took a goat or a horse, short horse, whatever it was, and just jabbed a horn onto its head painfully? Right. Remember that?
I don't.
That's probably what he's done. He's just hot glued a lot of weird feathers.
He ain't hurt that bird in no way.
He's jabbing at it from behind the cage.
He ain't hurting it. It's just to get it in the mood. To holler, whatever it does. It don't hurt it permanently. He ain't going to hot glue nothing on him bird. That bird worth money. Ain't going to hurt that bird.
New Year's bird.
It'll be parking lot here at Jack's Market or Big Lodge. One of the two.
Why would you take your children to hear the
nothing like
pleas of help from a endangered species?
Oh, hell, you don't know. The bird is trained. It just takes what it takes to get it to go. And
get wound up. It just sounds awful.
Well,
nothing about that sounds good. Stand in a parking lot with a bird.
You going to see something like you never seen before? You may want to start your new year like that. I'm going to try new and different things. I'm going to bring some excitement to my life, 2014.
I'm all for encouraging a sense of wonder.
Well, that's what it is. It's a sense of wonderment right there. You know, I love Animal Planet. I watch Animal Planet all day. And most people do, kids do know this and that off of Animal Planet. But the first time a child sees a creature like that up close with his own eyes, that's something they're going to remember. That child's going to remember 2014 for the rest of its life. See a New Year's Eve bird make that sound. Man, it makes it. I don't know what to call it, a caw or a grunt, squaw. I don't know. I can't describe it. I never heard it. It's first, it sounds like a bird right off top. You well, there's a bird. And then by the time it finishes, you don't know what it is. I never heard nothing like it. It's something to see.
And then they'll spend the rest of the night dodging the authorities. Well, because they're going to either go to your parking lot or Big Lots. He's going to be at the other one.
If he's got somewhere to be before the authorities get there, it ain't necessarily like, this is what you get. You show up there at 11 o'clock. You got an hour to wait around, toward the end when the countdown.
What happens during that hour? You just stand there?
He hands out some champagne.
Dr. Bert, is this the champagne he makes?
Yep. I don't know whether he makes it or not. He got that brand. I think he got another brand, or whatever your preference is.
Somebody showed me a glass that they took from last time he did his New Year's celebration. It had his picture on it and it said Dr. Birdman's Bird Pain.
Well, he sells
But I figured it was just Cook's or something, and he just was calling it Bird Pain.
That's collector's. That's like things gift shop things he sells after you see the bird. And it costs $15.
Well, he ain't giving it out.
Well, he ain't. How's he supposed to make a living?
I don't know. Stealing birds from the jungle.
Oh, hell, he don't steal no birds. He's a doctor, and that's fine, and he gives this service $15. It's like
Not
going to the zoo. $15 is a lot cheaper than it costs to go to Memphis Zoo. I'll tell you that right now. And you're going to see something, one thing that's a lot better. You've seen a polar bear, you've seen a tiger, you know what they look like. You're going to see something like you never seen before. That comes with $15, get complimentary champagne, comes with New Year's Eve bar viewing.
What about the kids? What do they get to drink?
Apple juice, something like I don't know. Some people let the children drink on New Year's,
Who?
Some people say, go ahead, you can have a drink, toast, or that's all you get. Some people let the children. I ain't saying how old, teenager, whatever like that. You don't give no 5-year-old nothing. I ain't saying that. So New Year's Eve.
We're also not encouraging people to give their children alcohol.
No, I didn't say that.
What do you think would be a good starting age?
I don't know.
7?
There ain't no right age. I don't know. I wouldn't encourage that. I said some people.
According to Jackie, if it's a special occasion, little kids,
on New Year's Eve, I've seen
2-for-1 specials if you're under 9.
If you raising them, you know what they can handle and what they can't most of the time, or you should.
How are you going to know how much booze your 7-year-old can handle?
You don't give them but a drink of it. Just a drink. That's all they get. It's not like you get to drink champagne all night, just a toast. All right.
And then you kind of see how they do with that sip.
No, that's all I've ever seen. Anybody ever give a kid on New Year's, a child? I ain't never seen nobody just hand over a bottle to. I'm just saying, I've seen that before.
I've heard
the size of the glasses that Dr. Birdman pours into are so small.
Of course,
not even a child could get the feeling or whatever off that.
So Dr. Birdman doesn't even give you enough champagne to get a kid drunk.
If you want to buy some more, I guess he worked. Well, he got to go after.
Yeah, he's got to hit the road. So if you want to get your kids drunk on New Year's Eve, you're going to have to wait till after the Birdman show is gone. Dr. Birdman.
Well, that's when everybody likes to go out to party anyway.
Right.
That's when the balloons fall.
So why leave the kids at home? I've heard a lot of stories about, like my daddy, he would never, I've heard people like, oh yeah, a lot of my friends, my folks thought it was funny to get me a little high, and they give me a beer when I was 10 years old. And my daddy, as bad as he was, he never did any of that to me when I was a kid, because he wanted it all to himself.
Well,
I'd ask him.
Well,
he'd think about it.
Would you turn that in it?
No.
Hey, I ain't gonna listen.
That's
to that
what
kind of
he
language.
said.
What I was saying is, would it have made any difference if he'd have given it to you? At this point,
maybe if my parents had given it to me, I wouldn't have wanted it so bad.
Oh hell.
Maybe I wouldn't have spent the rest of my life rebelling against.
You doing plenty to catch up. I'm sorry you missed out on a few years. You've done plenty darn well to catch up. You've done that and some. You drank enough for 4 or 5 youngins at that age.
Well, thanks, Jackie.
Well,
my sponsor this week, speaking of kids, you could go down the Jackie path and get your kids drunk every night and let them do what they want to.
I never said singing exotic animal and ring in the new year in an interesting,
fill them up with
scientific,
booze and
learned way.
Drugs.
All right, I never said give no child a drug. You know damn well I didn't say that.
But the Dunlap method of child rearing is to take them to a museum, an institute of higher learning, which I guess is college, but I mean a museum. A museum. Every kid loves a museum. And here in Murfreesboro, we got a museum that no place else has because it's about Murfreesboro. So why would any other place have that? The Murfreesboro Museum. Jackie, you know that. It's here right off the square.
Murfreesboro Museum gave you $25?
Yeah. I seen him. I was passed out in the parking lot, and I don't know that man's name, but he wears he looks like a museum guy. Suit, old, don't fit, stupid beard.
All right.
Like an idiot. I'm like, what's this idiot want? Roll down the window. Hey, what's up? You do the thing with Jackie? I'm like, yeah. What do you want? Well, first of all, you're not supposed to be here if you're, we have children coming in and out. Not my pants. Yeah. Half off. But, really none of his business. It's still America. It's his parking lot, but it's still America. Actually, I pay for that parking lot with my tax dollars.
It don't mean you go down there and drink all day, though. Hell, just because you pay for something.
No, he gave me $25. Said, if you could talk about the Murfreesboro Museum.
Yeah.
Where the story of Murfreesboro unfolds like an amazing TV show. They've got, this, Jackie, they have the revolving statue.
Yeah.
Of Jedemiah, what's his name?
Jedemiah
Murfreesboro. R. Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Who is the founder of Murfreesboro. They did not name Murfreesboro after him.
He changed his name.
He changed his name because
he
he loved Murfreesboro so much.
Yeah.
So Jedemiah R. Murfreesboro on the revolving statue. Anywhere you stand in that museum, it's just really one big open room, but statue, you don't have to move around to look at the different angles of the statue. Like, what's his back look like? You just stand in one spot, it's on a big turntable, and you'll get to see it.
He's always following you, always looking at you.
It's slow. It'll take a while to see all the parts you want to look at.
Yeah.
But Jedemiah R. Murfreesboro, the founder of Murfreesboro, that's there in the Murfreesboro Museum, and they got that popcorn.
Oh, good Lord. It's worth going to the museum right there. Because I've been a few times. You know, everybody's been to Murfreesboro Museum.
You got to go in school.
I read all the plaques and, when it was formed
and
saw some of the pictures they had, with forts and things like that. And I like that stuff, but I've already seen it. But I go back all the time.
For that popcorn.
That popcorn, that's worth the price of admission right there.
What do they put on there?
I don't know. It's good, though.
It's the best popcorn I ever had.
I have put in my mouth, yeah. You get your little brown bag of it. Yeah, it's got a little cart thing in there. But I don't know.
That popcorn cart. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the Murfreesboro Museum popcorn, I tell you what, right now, if you go to the movies, I'd sneak that in anytime.
Sometimes I stop off at the museum before I go to the movies and get museum popcorn.
We've done that a couple times. I know that ain't right, but
before I take it and take that into the movie theater, because it's so much better. It ain't even a comparison.
No, nothing. If they Murfreesboro Museum started running movies there, I bet
that's where I would go.
It put all theaters out.
3D or not,
they have movies there, but it's not like a real movie. It's just a lot of it shows. Ground, land, creek and stuff like that.
This creek used to be a lot bigger.
It's nice. I mean, it's good, but once you've seen it, it ain't something you're going to watch over and over again.
No. The Grasses of Murfreesboro. How many times did I see that in elementary school?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, but...
Once, but it's like two grasses.
Well, yeah. But it shows where those two grasses came from and what part of Murfreesboro has that kind of grass, what part has that. There's a lot of different parts of Murfreesboro. Granted, only has one of the two kinds of grass, but it goes through it all.
For some reason, only two kinds of grass. They don't even get into it. They're just like, this is here, this is here. It's more like an interactive map. Now they got it where you can touch a screen, and they got...
Well, you watch it, you watch a movie, but there's, like I said, there's plaques go around the room underneath the picture of this. It's just a big warehouse. It's one big, like you see, it's one big room with statue in the middle.
Corner where they show the movies and the touch map. And they did just get 8 skeleton babies.
What?
Baby skeletons.
Baby skeletons?
Skeletons of babies.
What?
Frontier babies.
Oh, old-timey babies. Yeah, baby didn't live long back in,
Yeah, they got some of them in there.
Well, that's something. Yeah, that's history.
And they put taped a tomahawk to one of them to illustrate how it could have died.
Yeah, some of them did like that.
Some of them did.
Yeah.
Probably not that one. They say that. Like, this is a way that a baby could have died in the old days.
Well, that's how most of them just got sick, but Indian lucky shot, get right one in the head.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it was pitiful.
Lucky for the Indian, I wasn't saying, I didn't mean it,
So, if you like to look at baby skeletons or a statue go around,
I don't like it's historical reasons.
Oh,
it's
not for
prairie,
weird. If you're a weirdo.
Old-time prairie baby skeletons, not like something now, no.
But the popcorn is what you're really going to want to
That's the best popcorn I ever put in my mouth right there. I'm going to say it right now. Murfreesboro Museum popcorn, delicious.
So I made a little deal on the side when he come up to my window and said, I'll give you $25. I said, give me $25 and go in there and bring me a bag of that popcorn. You got yourself a deal.
I'll tell you this right now. I was mad at you earlier, but if you go down there and get some popcorn, you can throw that on my porch anytime. I'd appreciate you knock on it and hand it to me. Birds will eat all that popcorn out there. But that's the best Christmas present I didn't want right there.
You couldn't string it up on your tree because you'd eat it all.
I'd eat every bit of
Christmas.
Yeah, I'd eat that Christmas right off a tree if it tastes like that. Yeah.
I don't know that birds would eat it, Jackie, because it's so good that even the birds know in their hearts that this popcorn's for people.
Yeah, might be the case. I don't know. I never seen anybody throwing it on the ground for a bird to eat. They wouldn't do it. Wouldn't waste it on the bird.
It's the best popcorn I've ever had, and you can ask around. And everybody here in Murfreesboro that's been to the Murfreesboro Museum will tell you the same. the same story.
Yes, sir.
So that's the Murfreesboro Museum.
Well, that's a good sponsor.
It's
there,
a good
yeah.
sponsor. It's
Yeah.
a good sponsor. So I got $25. I got some popcorn. He give me a free pass anytime I want to go to the museum, which I didn't even know you were supposed to pay to go in there. But apparently they got a donation box. But he give me a free pass, so I'm like, oh, all right.
Well,
I don't really need this because I just kind of go in and out and get popcorn whenever I want. But, thanks, weirdo. So that's the Murfreesboro Museum off the square of Murfreesboro. Learn the history
that's a
of
good
our
sponsor.
town.
It's nice to hear you have a good sponsor.
And
every now
yours.
then. Yeah.
Are we done?
I said a thing. We didn't even talk about it's a new year coming.
Oh, we should
Supposed-
do a review.
Everybody's supposed to talk about what happened in 2013. I can't hardly remember none of it.
2013 in review.
I think I'm trying to block most of it out.
Let's see. The year started in January.
Obamacare ruined the country.
Yep. Was that right off the bat? That may have been. Well, there was a Super Bowl, right? Do you remember who played in that? Or
I can't remember already. Getting up there in age. I can't.
yeah, I can't.
I think it's a good game.
Avengers. That was 12.
Well,
Avengers.
What?
Duck Dynasty, man. That was
Yeah, well, that happened. Yeah, that did happen.
That was a little more
2013,
recent, but I can recall that without having to do
everybody,
any research.
Hollering about that going on wouldn't let up on that.
And now look, he's back.
Is he?
Yeah, he's back making the show.
Well, good. Yeah, I guess.
They just reinstated him after
Well,
all that. After a week of our lives ruined.
It seemed like a waste of time.
He's just back in
everybody
there.
screaming and hollering, nothing changed.
So who wins exactly? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's any winners in this.
What do you mean?
Well, man, he goes back on the show.
Yeah. People watch it again.
But
Whoever likes the show has to
everybody
win.
fought for a week, and then they just put him back on the show. It's like people forget they really don't have a vote in these things.
Well, ain't that's true right there. You said it right there, but
Because they kicked him off the show, made everybody mad. Put him back on the show, made everybody mad. Half the people have been mad the whole time, and the people who got mad first, they put him back on the show. They're still mad.
yeah.
They think like they had something to do with it, but
The only vote people got any say in is the one where they keep putting Obama back in office, and that's the reason this stuff stays in the news right
so
here.
why should we give people a vote in anything? They keep screwing it up.
That's what everybody, my favorite show's ruined. Well, who'd you vote for?
Who did I vote for? I don't vote.
I wasn't talking about you. I know damn well you don't.
Oh. I like to drive by the polling place, throw shit at people coming out of there.
All right. I ain't going
Peel
to listen
out.
to that. I don't want to hear it.
It's fun.
But that's a waste of time. It's fine. Everybody got riled up over nothing. It's just back the same as it was. It don't make no sense.
Except people are madder.
Well, what good come out of any of that? People getting mad and hollering over a TV show. What good come out of it?
Oh, everybody's just madder. We're more on edge.
I guess if you like to talk about gay people, either way, I don't mean to say which way, don't put words in my mouth, but I guess that come out of it.
Everybody thinks this country is worse off, whichever side you're on. Everybody thinks this country's going down the shitter.
Well,
Either way.
everybody's right, but we know why. I don't know if...
So your 2013 in review would just be Obama sucks.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's short. That's a 2-word
That
review.
sums it up right there, don't it? What else I got to say?
What? When was Benghazi? When that happened? Was
I
that?
can't remember. When
Was that this
still,
year?
Is this year, year before, or something? I can't...
Oh man. Maybe 2013 in review is a bad idea for us. The Duck Dynasty happened. They come out with a Benghazi thing. New York Times come out with that today.
Well, whose fault they say it is?
Oh, I think it's still kind of Obama's fault.
Well, yeah.
But in a different way than the Republicans were saying.
Well, whatever. They're on the right, they may not always have put the cart in front of the horse, so to speak. You know what I mean? They trying to do the right thing. Sometimes you get so busy doing it, you just, it's the point that matters. So it don't matter how you go about it, just get it done.
when did Superman come out? That's this year.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Well, something good happened
All right,
in 2013.
yeah. What good happened in
we're bringing up.
2013? You're right. Okay, let's
Something good.
be
I don't
thankful.
want to just drag everybody down.
What we got to be thankful for in 2013? What happened?
Something on everyone can agree on, because you could say Duck Dynasty's good if you like him. He's back on TV, but then there's people who don't like him, and there's just one thing that happened that we all can't agree was a good thing. Both sides.
Both sides. Everybody
Yeah.
agree. Breaking Bad.
Well,
Breaking Bad's real good.
I didn't watch that. I don't know what that is.
So something that everybody in the country could agree on, even Jackie. So it'd have to be something that could break through the fog of your mind.
All right, hell, don't worry about it. Used to be, I always said it's a good, I lived through it. Now I ain't so sure no more.
I got some sweatpants that are really comfortable.
Yeah.
But that's more of a thing that just affects me.
Yeah.
But if everybody in the country went down to Fred's and got this specific pair of sweatpants, I think, of course, it could just be my body type. Maybe we just don't live in a world where everybody gets happy about
there is
one
anything
thing
anymore. I don't know what. Used to everybody like Walt Disney, this or that, something I don't know. Is there some cartoon? I like cartoons some still. Is some cartoon everybody like?
What, you mean like on TV?
I don't know. Movie, TV, any kind of cartoon. I'm just trying to think something everybody likes.
I drew a picture of Miley Cyrus,
Oh,
and I showed it to a lot of people at Gentleman Jim Too's, and they liked it.
that ain't what I'm talking about.
It was kind of a cartoon, because I put a little word balloon, like, look what I'm doing. So they all liked that. They thought
I
that was
don't
funny.
want to hear about it.
But again, that's a small sample. That's just the few people in Gentleman Jim 2 that saw that. And then I put it on, I taped it to the back of my car so that people, like a bumper sticker, even though it was just a sheet of notebook paper. So when people get up on me, they say what I do with Miley
right.
Cyrus. And a few people honk, said, that's good. Where'd you learn to draw like that? And I'm like, I just talent. But again, that's not the whole country.
That's
a
not
few
something
people.
big that happened when the new pope come in.
I think that was this year.
Yeah, new pope. People don't like him.
Oh, no, some people do like him.
Some people like him, some people don't. That's not something everybody likes.
That is not a good example.
New pope.
Not a good example
Just
of
trying
that.
to think.
Did they come out with anything at like Burger King, like a chicken sandwich, but they put some
I don't know.
delicious cheese on it? Like, what kind of cheese is this?
Something that just took a country by storm. Everybody, 2013, the year of, like back in the, 60s, 50s, whatever, how long, hula hoop, everybody like that.
Yep.
Everybody, didn't matter what you believe, didn't matter what color you were, didn't matter what, anything, what part of town you lived, everybody like a hula hoop. They don't make stuff like that no more.
Now, people are too smart now.
What do you mean too smart?
They ain't going to fall for some shit like that.
Everybody, it's just because everybody had fun outside doing something instead of sitting on a
Idiots.
computer hitting buttons.
It's probably an app that's real cool. Like, probably there's an app where
Well,
you
I
take a
don't-
picture of your dick or something.
All right.
And
I ain't
people are
gonna
like, this
listen
is
to
the
that.
best dick app there is.
All right. Not everybody does that. That don't count.
More than
Thank
you think.
God.
More
I
than you
don't
think.
want to know. That's you get a computer just tempts you to do stuff like that. Used to man put on an overcoat, go out, get on the bus or whatever. And that's pitiful right there.
The
That
standards of showing your dick to people have.
Now you hit a button.
There's no gatekeeper. There's
well,
no gatekeeper anymore.
That's old Wiener for you right there. That this year, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Wiener.
I can't remember.
He running for office.
I know who he is. I can't remember when he showed. It seems like didn't that happen a few times?
He's done that over a few years, yeah. He got bad for him this one. But yeah, why anybody would do something like that to begin with is pitiful. And now just make it easier for him.
I guess if there's one thing that unites this country, Jackie, through the whole year 2013, if there's one thing that brings us all together, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, black, white, Hispanic, other races, male, female,
all right,
baby, grown man.
Why?
If there's one thing that cuts across all those lines and unites us as a people, as a society, in this year of 2013, it was getting mad at each other. We could all agree on that.
Why?
We all like to fight. We all like to put our opinions on the internet. We all like to take a side on a story that was different than somebody else's side they were taking on Facebook. So we got to get on there and argue with them. We got to give our opinion on this and call whoever had just given their opinion an idiot.
All right. Y'all go on and do that. That don't count for me. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I don't get on computers and do that.
Well, you can do it and go down to the town hall. Go down to a city meeting. Go down to a political rally. You can do it wherever you want to. Put a bumper sticker on your car. You can sit in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru and do that. You can sit at home and watch Duck Dynasty and take a stand, Jackie, or not watch it. Everything we do in this world today is in some way designed to piss other people off.
Yeah, well.
TV shows we watch.
Well, that's because a lot of what people are doing is ticking me off.
See?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
People didn't act like damn heathens and do this and that. I'd be okay.
That's it, Jackie. You're fitting in now.
What? I'm just saying that people acting crazy, this and that, it drives me crazy. I don't want them. They making me crazy because of the way they acting.
That is so 2013.
Well, whatever it is.
I'm going to put you in a time capsule.
Why?
Because you were so of the moment, it hurts my eyes.
Well. I'll wind up in Murfreesboro Museum.
You would be good. Well, they need to hire you. They wouldn't even have to glue a fake beard on you or give you a old person costume. You could just wander around and tell people your dumb stories.
Oh, hell.
Of how it used to be. You're basically a museum now.
Oh.
Except you smell worse.
All right. I don't want to hear that.
I don't know why they don't hire you to give guided tours, except I guess they don't want people to drop from sleep.
Ain't but one thing I'm going to be doing in there, and ain't going to be giving no tours. I'm going to be over by a popcorn cart.
Well, I guess if there's something besides fighting that brings people together, it's the Murfreesboro Museum popcorn.
Well, that's true right there. I don't know if that's just in Murfreesboro.
If I could go around to where people are fussing and fighting and protesting and commenting and getting mad and calling each other names and bullying and cyberbullying and scratching and knockout game miss and mad at this and that and crack mayor this. Well, he's pretty good too. He brings people together in joy.
Crack mayor.
I would say, hey, if y'all want to stop fighting, eat some of this popcorn, and we'll just all talk about how good it is. But you know what? I bet people wouldn't eat it. Even if I told them it's the best effing popcorn they can put in their mouths, they still going to want to fight. People would choose fighting and fussing over delicious Murfreesboro Museum popcorn.
Well, if they put one bite of that popcorn in the mouth, they'd be too busy eating to argue. I tell you that right now.
I guess what we could do is force them to eat it. Like hold them down and forcibly.
That's how I feel about half of people out there on TV and this and that. Not just to give them popcorn, but everything. Yeah,
because it's good for them. Yeah, so if we had somebody come up behind them and like hit them, right behind the knees with a big, like a bat, and they go down, and then you got 2 or 3 big fellas like set on them real quick, just get their arms and legs, hold them down. Somebody like pulls their mouth open, and you get some of that popcorn, and you just kind of shove it in there.
All right.
And then at first they're going to be mad, but when they realize how good this thing they're being forced to eat is, and they're going to be like, you know what? This is more important than whatever I was saying before about Obamacare or whatever. What was I even talking about? Give me more of this popcorn.
There's better ways to get people to eat that popcorn, knock the hell out of them. You don't need to do that, hell.
Well, if they ain't going to eat it, I'm going to knock the hell out of them. Because this popcorn is what's going to bring us together. God damn it.
All right. Calm down. It's good popcorn. They just missing out if they ain't going to eat none. You can't make somebody do something. You can't do it. I don't know. Maybe somebody allergic to popcorn. God bless their souls.
Are there people allergic to popcorn?
I have people allergic to every damn thing.
Oh, it's breaking my heart. I hope not. I hope I ain't somebody that just through God's will, like God just singled them out to be ineligible to enjoy delicious popcorn.
I don't know why the good Lord works in the ways he do, but that's something. I don't know why he'd put that on somebody. I don't know.
You can't tell what Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We do not know the ways of the Lord.
We can't know.
Cannot know. No man can know.
No, sir. It's not like I put too much butter on it either. It's like it's
perfect.
You know, you go to a movie, if you don't put butter on it, it ain't got no flavor. But if you put butter on it, then it's all gooey, gippy, whatever, drippy on your hand.
There's a small percentage of it, and like a weird little glob of it that's going to have that all over it, the butter. But then you get down in the bag, it ain't no butter on it. No. So you got this glop.
On top, it's too sticky.
Glop on top.
Drippy, gippy, whatever, on your fingers.
Drippy, gippy.
Yeah.
And then bottom, plain, gross. Nobody wants it.
No.
That is not the case at the Murfreesboro.
It's all just right, and it ain't, like a drip. It ain't got it. It don't stick. It ain't sticky or whatever.
You don't need a whole wad of napkins.
No, sir. It's dry, and you be licking your fingers, wishing it was sticky if it had that kind of flavor to it.
I've licked a bag.
Yeah.
I've ripped it, flattened it out, and licked it. The way a cat licks an arm.
Yeah. Cat licks an arm.
You ever had one of them cats that licks your arm? Tries to groom you?
Give it tuna fish, whatever, lick whatever you got.
No, I ain't talking about if you got fish on your hand or some sort of oil.
Cat food, whatever it is.
Cat food that a cat would be into, whatever. A cat flavor. I'm just talking about regular sitting there, cat lick your arm.
I ain't going to sit there and lick me, no. No animal
well,
sit there and lick me.
Sometimes it's rude to pull away.
Well, I'll push that cat off of me. If it acted like that, I wouldn't want it.
But sure, you want people to go see the New Year bird screaming pain.
That bird ain't licking you.
They'd probably charge more for that.
Well, they don't do that. It just, you get your compliment champagne, hear that sound, whatever. Like I said, I can't describe it. And that's a way to ring in the New Year out there, I tell you. It is. Ain't nobody licking nothing.
So that's 2013 in review, folks.
Yeah.
What a year. Can't believe we lived through that. A lot of laughs, a lot of heartache.
I can't.
A lot of tragedy, a lot of shootings.
Yeah.
2013. I hope 2014 is better in almost every way.
How the hell could it be? It's just snowballing as far as I'm concerned.
So you think every year is just going to get worse and worse till Obama's out of office?
Well, tell me how it's been so far.
It ain't any better. It ain't getting any better.
Well, there you go. Nothing changing, is it?
Seems like with Bush every year just got, if not better, we just loved him more.
Absolutely, yes, sir. You was excited to see him on TV.
It's like you grow up with somebody, like Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah.
Like every year Mr. Belvedere was on, you loved Mr. Belvedere just a little bit more.
Yeah.
When Bewitched was on, you loved Samantha Stevens more every year.
I guess, yeah.
Until when they finally yanked it off the air, you were like, what? Now what? Oh.
Bush,
That's how I felt about Bush.
Yeah, always good to see him on something, talking somebody something.
When they canceled the Bush show, it was sad.
Bush show?
Well, I mean, when he left office.
Well, yeah. That'd be a good show. I'd watch that over in the Duck Dynasty, just him clearing brush. He could take all the money, give it to Africa AIDS charities, and he could just sit out there. I'd watch that all day, just him tell stories and clear out brush on the property.
He wouldn't look good in a beard.
I don't want him to grow no beard.
I like his face as it is.
Yeah. Every now and then he'd come on and do a painting, I guess.
Yeah.
But most times, just
maybe with a little stubble.
Yeah. He earned it, yeah. Yeah, it ain't like that no more.
Nope. That was a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
These kids listening to this podcast wasn't even born when Bush was in office.
I can't. What kids listen to this?
I hope they're not. If there's kids listening to this that are, 5 years old?
There ain't no 5-year-old listening to this, I tell you right now. I don't think anybody under 35, 40 listens to this, no one I know.
Do kids listen to podcasts? Or their children's podcasts?
I don't know. It seems like the children don't want to listen to nothing. They want to see it now.
Touch it.
Yeah.
Touch a button. Touch a screen.
Yeah, they got to
enlarge
have
it
in front of them all the time. Yeah. Used to, you could put on an Ernie record, something like that, and they'd sit there and bob a head, whatever. Not no more.
Are you talking about sick kids?
No, I ain't talking about sick kids, just regular kids. Sick kids listen to it too, I guess.
Why couldn't they get up and leave?
They get up and turn the record player off or whatever. How old are we talking here?
I just didn't know. Why don't they go outside and play instead of listening to a record?
Well, sometimes Mama got to keep an eye on you. You can't go outside and run around,
Oh, they got in trouble. What'd they do?
Well, if they got in trouble, they wouldn't be allowed to listen to Ernie records.
See, your story's falling apart. It's not logical.
It ain't supposed to be. Back in the day, children used to listen to Ernie Burt, whatever it is, Sesame Street records. You'd put them on, you'd turn the page with it. Make a noise, turn the page. Make a noise, turn the page. Nowadays, they'd look at you like a caveman doing that. A kid today's got computers and laser beams and video shows all the time.
Yeah, that's their life.
Well,
they wouldn't even know what a record player is.
I wouldn't want to raise my young'un that way, no.
You'd force them to listen to records?
I would.
What are you, a hipster?
I ain't saying. I'm happy I ain't got no Charlie 11 now raising no kids during this day and age, what I'm saying. You never hear the end of it.
So that's 2013 in review, folks. We hope you had a good year. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Y'all have a safe and happy New Year now, and if you ain't too busy, get down to my parking lot. I'll be closed. I won't be here, but there'll be a corner light on for him if it shows up. And then Big Lot's parking lot. I don't know what kind of agreement he's got with them. That's not my business. But New Year's Eve, y'all get out, see Dr. Birdman. Have a safe New Year's Eve, no matter what it is you do. And
we'll be back in 2014.
Will we?
It's next week.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah.
We'll be back in 2014 doing this again.
I don't know for how much longer, but
we'll just keep churning them out till we ain't got one listener. If we got one listener left, we'll keep churning them out for that one person.
I wonder how old that one is going to be.
And then we will try to keep track of what happened during the year, so our 2014 in review might go a little more smoothly.
I ain't gonna be doing this at the end of 2014. Hell,